Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to run Google Ads in a step-by-step manner. We will learn all the settings that we need to do and the things that we need to ignore while setting up our first Google Ads account. So let's quickly jump to my screen. All right. So to run Google Ads, you need to come to a blank screen on a Google page and just search for Google Ads. You will see multiple links over here, right? There is this result which exactly leads to our Google Ads setup page. Plus, you will see an organic result, which also means Google Ads itself. So you can click either of the one. The minute you see this screen, you are going to click on Start Now. Now, in my situation, I have a lot of Google Ads account already created. That's why you can see all the existing accounts in my screen. You might not have any accounts, right? So it might already give you a get started prompt, or it will just give you a new Google Ad account, right? So just click on that. Now, what happens is, guys, because Google is slightly a technical platform, Google realized that let's try and make it easy for businessmen to start running ads. So they came up with something called as a smart campaign. A smart campaign basically follows a couple of steps. And within these few 5, 6 steps that you can see on the left, you can create your first campaign. Now, the problem is the smart campaign is not really that smart. It also works on audience network, which are third-party tools that we do not want to show our ads on. Plus, it does a lot of other settings that we do not require, and because of which we want to create a campaign but get out of this setup. So to do that for one time and one time only, we need to do a few steps. So first we'll start with create a new campaign. Now here you can enter a lot of your business, but I'm going to just enter phone number. I will select my country, right? And just enter your number. Cool. Now, for the following few steps, all I'm going to do is click on skip. Basically, I do not want to link any of these channels to my Google Ads account. At the same time, I do not want to choose a goal, right? So I'm going to skip this as well. And at the same time, I do not want to register or connect anything. In fact, over here, you will see, I mean, in the previous stage, you would have seen a line that says leave campaign creation as well. So that practically means the same thing. By the time I click on skip for the third time, it will give me a leave campaign creation. So basically what I'm telling Google right now is I want to create an account, but I do not want to create a campaign as of now. So I'll click on leave campaign creation. It will ask you for your billing details, so your country, your time zone, your currency, which is all okay. Let's click on continue. Then it will ask you to create a payments profile, right? So I already have a payment profile created. If you do not have a payment profile created, just click on this plus sign over here, right? Something like this. And you can follow all these steps. Be mindful, do not select organization over here. You need to select individual. Now, I already have an individual account. That's why it will not let me create another organization account or another individual account, right? That's why it's going to be by default as organization and then name and all of these addresses, right? I'm not creating a new one because I already have an account here. So if you do not have it, create a payments profile. Next is setting up a payments method, right? So here you will see multiple payment method. You will see debit card, net banking, and bank transfer. Guys, only select bank transfer, right? What happens with bank transfer is there is no upfront payment. When you associate your debit card or credit card, they will take some certain amount from your account, retransfer it, of course, but still, you are associating a card and you are giving payments, which is not required at this time and stage. And it is asking, do you want any personalized guidance on Google Ads? I'm going to click on no and just click on submit. Right? And it will ask that whenever we have to make any payment in the future, this is the address that you want to send the payment to. So I'm okay. I'm going to click on complete. And that's just like that. You have your account created. Now, it is just verifying if we are doing a business on our own or if we are an agency doing a business for someone else, right? So in this case, is your organization an advertisement agency? So in most cases, we are not. So I will select no. If you are an agency, then click on yes. Otherwise, it's not required. And would you be paying Google Ads directly? So yes, I will be paying Google Ads directly. With these two buttons, I can just click on save and continue and start moving on, right? That's when now your actual account setup is done, right? Earlier, you were seeing one tab and few steps. Here, it is not pushing you to create a campaign. In fact, it is giving you a variety of service, and you can see you have campaigns where you can create different types of campaigns. You have goals where you can set up your conversion. You have tools which has all these tools. All of these settings were not available to us earlier, right? Now, whenever we begin a Google Ads campaign, the most important thing that we need to do is find the right keywords for our business, right? So here, if we were doing the smart campaign, if we were not ignoring those steps, there was no option to get these keywords. We would have just gotten some recommendations that we could have added. Here, we will get an entire data on all the keywords. To do that, you need to click on Tools. Inside Planning, the second option is Keyword Planner. So select Keyword Planner. Now, Google will ask you, there are two ways in which you can go about with keywords. A is discover new keywords, or B, if you have any existing set of keywords, let me give you stats on that. Now, because we are building this Google Ads account right now, I do not have any existing set of keywords. And hence, I will start with discover new keywords. Now, here what we need to do is give Google a few suggestions, right? So it wants to understand is just give me a couple of things that are very closely related to your business, and it will do its job, it will do its magic and get you a lot more keywords from here, right? So now let's say, for example, I am in the digital marketing agency business, or I'm in the marketing consultation business, right? So I'll just say a couple of more things: Google Ads, expert, Facebook ads, expert, right? So it's basically getting a general idea that this guy is a consultant, this guy is an agency, this guy are expert in certain domains. So that's where all my keywords will revolve around. After 4 to 5 very relevant suggestions, I'm just gonna click on get results. So you clearly saw that I gave 4 suggestions. But now if you look at my screen, of the 4 suggestions, I have got a total of 1,112 keyword ideas, right? And you can just see all the keywords that are provided here. So these are the keywords provided by you. So you can see all of my keywords here. You can see how many searches these keywords get per month, right? You can also see the country in which they are getting these searches. You can also see the number of days within which they've gotten these services, right? This is an average monthly, but the time frame is an entire year, right? Apart from the keywords that have been provided by me, there are a lot more keywords that Google feels are very relevant. So Google Ads Specialist has about 100 to 1,000 searches. A digital marketing company has about 10,000 to a lakh searches. Agency, services, all these have pretty much service, a good number of searches. So we identified the 4, but you can see there are some many more which might give us great results, right? Because they have more searches. So in a situation like this, the first step that we need to do is go on the left over here and you will find a download button here, or you will see get keywords or download keywords written over here. So I'm just going to click on download, and whatever you are comfortable with, a Google Sheet or a CSV, just download the entire thing over here. So what I am doing right now is getting an entire dump of all these 1012 keywords right in front of me in an Excel so that I can play along with it, so that I can fidget and identify the right keywords from this entire lot. So now this thing is downloaded. Right? So now this is the sheet, and you can see if I just count the numbers, if you see at the bottom of my screen, there are 1012 keywords. All the keywords are here. Now, as a next step, I want to do is, this is my raw sheet. This is my main sheet. I want to maintain it just in case if I do any mistakes, any errors. I don't want to lose all my core data, go back, download, etc. So I'm just gonna copy this entire sheet, right? So select Control A, select the entire sheet, click on copy, open a new tab and paste, right? And make your first tab as raw. So that whatever happens, raw becomes our fail safe. Raw becomes a point where we restart everything once again, right? Now, once we are operating this sheet, we have to follow a few steps, right? To get to the right keywords that we want to focus on, right? So guys, please understand, considering the search volumes across each keywords, considering the budgets that I will have, I will not focus on all 1000 keywords, right? So whenever we are selecting our keywords, we follow the Pareto's principle, where we only focus on those 20% super relevant keywords that eventually will give me 80% of my results. So to get that, we need to structure this sheet in a much better way. How do we do that again? So I'm going to go on top and first I'm going to select this entire row, right? The minute I do this entire row, if I click over here on column 1 on the right hand side, I will see a delete button. So I'm going to delete or eliminate the entire row and do the same for the other row. In a situation where my keyword, right, is 1A. So this is column A, row number 1. So you will see that is my keyword, and then all of these things fall in line. That's my step number 1. I like to call this step hygiene, right? So basic hygiene on your sheet. Step number 2, again select the entire sheet and I need to add some filter. So you'll find the filter button here. Just click on filter. So with that, you will see all the first columns. Now A, as in row number 1, has a filter or a drop down button already there. Next step is just click on this drop down, sort this by largest to smallest, right? So all the main keywords which have very high search volume, Google is saying, depending on its data, the average monthly searches for keyword digital marketers or an agency or a company on a service is between 5 lakh, 50,000, all of these things, right? Now, my next step, guys, is to do another level of hygiene on the sheet. Like I said, we do not really require 1,112 keywords on our account. Best case, I need max 150 keywords, right? So what I'm going to do is, because now this is sorted high to low, I'm going to pick all the first 150 keywords which have the highest volume that I can use. So everything after 150 becomes directly irrelevant because I do not have any use case for these, right? I do not have any extra spends for this. We have all the main keywords that are already here, right? Once this is done, right, all you need to do is now we will start structuring all of these 150 keywords. How do we do that is add a column right below, right before the sheet, and we call this column as an ad group, right? So if you remember the structure that I've been talking about in Google Ads, Google has the first level is a campaign, the second level is an ad group. An ad group, which is the second level, is a container of two things, keywords and ads, right? So we have to group all the keywords to match to a certain ad group. That's why I've just written ad group over here. Now, it's time to sort these keywords, right? To sort these keywords, what I need to do is I need to look at these keywords one by one and see. Like, for example, digital marketers, right? I am a digital marketing agency. I provide digital marketing consultation. But digital marketers is a very general term. Digital marketer can go for anybody. It's not specific to me or an agency or a consultant. So I'm going to click put her negative. Means do not use these keywords. Agency, company, service, all of these make sense. Agency near me, agencies, companies, firms, agency. Right? So predominantly, if I look at it, media, marketing again doesn't make sense as much. Right? So now, ideally, in best case scenario, what we do is we sit, right? Filter, let's say I see a lot of agency word, right? So I focus on agency, and now you have a digital marketing agency near me, top agency, top marketing agency, etc., etc., etc. Till the time it says any top, any specific, right? It's all okay. Digital marketing agency website, e-commerce agency, marketing agency near me, digital agency, everything sort of makes sense, right? So what I'm going to do as the first step is all of these are agencies, right? So I just going to name this agency, right? Now within these agencies, the only thing is that there are some keywords that have slightly more intent. Now everybody's looking for an agency, but in some cases, let's say for example, e-commerce agency, right? So these guys are specifically looking for e-commerce. So I want to filter more within this, right? So e-commerce agency, these are specifically looking for SEO, and top PPC is pretty much the same for small business. See here again, they are highlighting small business. So whenever across these keywords, guys, we find a certain intent, right? Like a small business, somebody wanting a specific service, we need to start segregating these, right? So what I'm gonna do is, once agency is done, let's say for example, right? Can you see all the e-commerce stuff is here? E-commerce ad agency, marketing agency. Because these guys are looking for e-commerce, the best practice is to show them ads or keep them related to e-commerce in general, right? And this is how I'm going to select all my keywords, right? And then I think after agency, there are companies. So just let's just search for best digital marketing company, and you will see the thing over here is, though company and agency mean the same thing, it's not like two different. But the thing is, what happens is Google ranks us better if we try and understand the keywords that has been trying to use and try and replicate the same keyword. Now, I don't know which ones I've filled, which ones are not. So I'm going to come back to my first column, which is ad group, right? And I will filter this by blanks so that I know which are not done. So we still have some in agency. Somehow that did not get picked up. Top agency. Let's come back to consultation. We have something for consultation. So let's put all the consultation together. In fact, instead of consultation, I would just write consult. Yeah, we did find more. So, right, this is all on, right? And I'm going to select all of these over here. Make sense? So now this is how we keep continuing the entire exercise. Now I'm not going to do this for all these keywords, but ideally that's how it's supposed to be done. Oh. Yeah, and now you can see just matter of few minutes. I've already organized 50% of my keywords, right? Almost, right? Now, of course, this is a very lengthy way to do stuff, right? There has to be an easier alternation, right? And that is through this, right? So here there is a prompt for ChatGPT, which is supremely effective, right? Just go through this prompt, take a screenshot. I'm going to sit here on the screen for a couple of seconds, write it down, take a screenshot, which you can use as a reference later on. But what I'm saying here is go through the below mentioned keywords, which clearly means I have to mention the keywords below, and sort them into unique groups with specific themes. My objective is bifurcate the keywords into distinct ad groups and write contextual ads against them. Right? Some of the bifurcation examples are given here. So I'm going to copy all of these keywords. Sorry, I'm going to copy this prompt, come to my chat GPT, paste the prompt. Now, without entering your prompt yet, come back to your Excel sheet, copy these entire lot of keywords. Why? Because it wants to sort all of these keywords. So just copy this entire lot, right? And paste it right below this. Now it knows the rules that we need to follow. I've already designed the prompt in such a way that these same rules will be followed. I'll just click on submit. Right? And you will see just like that in a few seconds, all the location based. So near me, companies near me. So everything that is near me, because I mentioned near me needs to be a separate group, because near me, guys, are very high intent keywords. Somebody searching for a product near me or a service near me. The reason why they're putting near me, besides it, that they want to go get this done ASAP. Right? To near me, of course, will see itself in one category. Then we have the general marketing service or digital marketing company, service firm, etc. So anybody searching for anything related here will be a part of the system. Then you have top best. So here it is an exaggeration. Somebody looking for the best, the number one, the most effective digital marketing agency. So we have to be available here, right? And at the same time, performance marketing PPC. So here they are talking about specific expertise, right? So Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. Right? And then you have SEO and search engine focus. So these are some of the keywords because we need to use these keywords as well, right? Now, the next job I want to do is, guys, I want to select all of these keywords and put it in my Excel so that I can work further on this. So I'm going to prompt here in an Excel format, right? So what I'm saying is give everything to me in an Excel format so that, or I could also have said just a tabular format so that I can read it better. I'm just afraid that this might just try and export a table for me, which we don't want right now. So in a tabular format. Right, and now here you can see you have all your ad groups and themes. So location based, all the keywords are here together. General digital marketing service, all the keywords are here together. Right, there are some more additional stuff like intent description, right, which indirectly we've requested or spoken about in the prompt. There is sample ad copy and the message itself, right? So you have all these things available here. I'm going to quickly try and look for a way if I can copy this. Yes, I can. And I will just say this is my chat GPT file. I don't want to replace or touch the original file just in case something goes wrong, something, my internet doesn't work, my chat GPT is not working. I still don't want to lose out on anything. Right. And just like that, you can see this is a group. This is a slight description of the group. Don't want this. These are all my keywords. Right. And this is how we begin. Right. And all the ad sets broken down into different kinds of ad groups. Right. So this is, guys, the step one. Step two is, guys, when we have all of these around with us, my step two becomes that I want to write supremely efficient contextual ads right in front of these, right? Hmm. And now my job is to write ads exactly in front of all of these keywords, right? So now to write ads, right, we have to follow certain rules. So usually any ad follows a rule where you have your headline one, a headline two, a headline three. There's a description one, and there is a description two, of course, right? Your headline one predominantly is the keyword, but in a very good, nicely framed sentence, right? So basically, if my keyword, let's say here is free, sorry, this is a sample ad which is they provided. We don't want these. But here, let's say, for example, marketing firms near me, right? So I will say number one marketing firm near you, or I can just mention a specific area, number one marketing firm in Mumbai, right? So because it's going to be under that geography, right? So number one, best, you will use these fillers to make that particular keyword into a proper and a complete sentence. Once this is done, that becomes your headline one. Your headline two, in most cases, is one of the few things. Number one is it's either your USP of the business, right? So any unique selling proposition for the business that you have that makes you stand out, the way you sell it. Like, for example, it's not just fashion, but it's sustainable fashion. It's not just tasty, it's also vegan. All of these become your USP, the unique, the most different selling proposition, right? It's like made by students for students. So terms like these, all of these are unique selling propositions, right? So you have to identify what is the USP of your business and mention it over here. You can also mention features and benefits, right? Ideally start with benefits because that is when the customers is easily attracted. That what is in it for me as a customer when I click, how does this change my life? How does this make my life better? Right? So it's USP, it's features, business, then it is any social proof, right? Let's say, for example, if I'm an agency, over 500 clients happily running digital ads. So I can mention these numbers, which sort of feel like a social proof that there is a validation, an external third party validation, which gives me a belief as a customer that, okay, if they're saying 500 plus customers, means they've worked with a lot of people, they know what they're talking about, right? So that becomes another social proof. Hmm. After social proof, we need any awards, right? So awarded the best digital marketing agency by so and so institute, etc. And then there is Accreditation basically comes down from government or bodies like this which are registered with the government, right? So any of these things, any of these five things, if you mention in your headline two, it works wonders. And finally, guys, your headline three is the CTA, a call to action. But this does not need to be a boring, a disinteresting call to action. In fact, you can make a call to action which is very nice and lively, which is actually telling you or the customer the next step they need to take once they click on this ad, right? Like get a free brochure, get a virtual tour, book a test drive, try AI with us, right? With respect to consultation, I can say stuff like try now, first consultation free. All these become call to action. These are all clickbaity stuff, which makes the reader click on this immediately, right? And then we come down to description one and two, right? Description one and two, guys, is an extension of your headline two. However, your description is basically headline two spoken like we are trying to talk to a customer in a nice, friendly way. It's more like a conversation. It's not one liners, do this, do that. Number one, um, digital marketing agency or first consultation fee. These are just statements. But here we talk awarded by so and so, recognized by 500 plus customers. This is what makes us the number one digital marketing agency. So the same USPs, but I used it in nice words, right? If I'm talking to my customer, that's what you're supposed to do about this, right? So having all of these things in mind, I want to now start writing my headlines. So I'll come back to my chat GPT and I have already created this prompt over here, which is prompt one. Copy the entire prompt. Come back to chat GPT. And now the only catch over here is, guys, we need to do this for each and every individual ad group, right? So I'm going to mention this now. Now for write ads basis the rules below. Now, once you've pasted the prompt that I've created, you need to make some changes. First is this prompt is a generalized prompt. So you will see leads for my business, which is into CRM and small businesses. So I will say leads. Of course, that's the objective of running ads for a consultation for my business, which is into, right? Which is into consulting brands to take their online, right? And I'm asking keep the tone professional yet conversational. And here I will say instead of 10, give me 15 headlines, right? And 5 descriptions. So I need 15 headlines and 5 descriptions. And then there are rules over here. Headline 1 follows certain rules. Headline 2 follows certain rules. Headline 3 follows certain rules. Where I'm seeing my headline 2 is USP, social proof, award, reward, rating, etc. I need to mention that features, benefits, social proof here as well, right? So let's say, for example, 500 plus consulted, over 100 million in ad spend done. Took 11 companies from 0 to 1, right? And with this, I'll just click generate. I actually forgot one prompt which is very important. So I'm going to pause this generation process actually. And that is to avoid confusion, right? What ChatGPT will try to do is it will create everything really quickly in small and insufficient, irrelevant manner and give it to you. If we ask them to work on the entire thing. In fact, guys, if you upload a sheet, download a sheet, keep playing with sheets on ChatGPT, it's not going to respond very well. The data might start getting disrupted and not good, right? So here I just want to add one line which I forgot, which is Let's do this one by one. Only go for the second ad group once the first one is approved. Right, and now you can see, guys, for the first one, which is location based, you can see all the 30 headlines. So, best digital marketing near you, digital marketing agency in your city. We can change some stuff like that in your city, etc. Trusted marketing agency nearby, right? It has written all of these ads, right? And all your headline twos and all your headline threes are here. All right. Now let's only now give the one and two both in table format because we can easily copy paste table format, right? Which is headline one, headline two, headline three, description one, description two, right? So basically, I'm asking it to make a table and share it with me. And in fact, now because one is done, I want to have that table done for both one and two, right? And now you can see your ad group is location based. Your headline one, which is your keyword best digital marketing near you, number one agency in your city. So near you in your city, it's not really picked up the concept really well, but yeah, digital marketing agency serves the best digital marketing agency, top leading experts, full service, right? All of this makes amazing sense, right? So this is how we can do that. I'll just try to take a leap of faith. This looks good. Now, can you do this in the same manner for all the other? No. Right? No, just pick ad groups from above. Okay, it's digressed a little that it's asking me to give some inputs on any other sheet that we need to upload. But yeah, now you can see the first is top best premium agencies, best digital marketing agency, top digital marketing company, number one agency. All of this is here. Your headline twos are here, headline threes are here. Similarly, marketing company, headline one, headline two, headline three, all just like that available. Right? And I am gonna come to my Excel again. Here, I think there is this space. Yes, this is a space. And what I'm going to do is this is too long. So I'm going to, in fact, go to views, go to views or data. So what I'm trying to do over here is, guys, I'm going to trying to wrap the text inside this itself, right? So here inside data, you should have wrap text. No. All right. I'm using Google Sheets a lot, so this is slightly missing right now. But anyway, let's try and continue, right? So your headline one is all the keywords. So let me just come back to my chat GPT. Right, these are all my headline ones. So best digital marketing agency, top marketing company, number one digital marketing agency, best online marketing team, right? All this now becomes my headline ones. Similarly, all my headline twos are here. 500 plus brands, 100 million in ad spends taken care of. 11 brands scaled from 0 to 1, right? And similarly, I'll add CTA, book a free strategy call, get your growth plan. Let's grow your brand. Description wise, award winning team, work with experts, scaled a startup from scratch. Same over here. Let's pick a couple of them. And that's how, guys, we keep going about, right? This. Now, you'd feel we would just very well ask it to export it into Excel, but it won't do a great job. Copy pasting is the way about, to be very honest with this, right? And similarly, you have your ad group too, which is okay. This was all just, in fact, add one. So I'm just gonna copy all of these things and bring it down. Yeah, this is much better, right? And now I'm just gonna quickly zoom this. Right, and now if you see, these are all my keywords which I'll try in fact to transpose and get one below the other, but headline 1, headline 2, headline 3, right? We need some more, but it's okay in the interest of time to give you a hang of what is we trying to do. So this is how you keep doing this, guys. So by the time this is done, and then you come down to your next one, right, which basically starts from here. Right, these are your keywords, and then you'll start writing our ads for the other one, right? So for after top, we have performance marketing, right? Now these are general marketing service. So let's see where we have general marketing, SEO, social media, e-commerce, small business. Now these were, I believe, general digital marketers, digital marketing agency. Let's try to find this keyword, digital marketing agency, right? So these were those keywords. So like that, back to back, guys, we structure this, and the objective is to get us to a point wherein everything looks like this, right? All the different colors in the screen, which will load in a couple of seconds, right, will denote um, different ad groups. So, right, all of these are colored as per different ad groups. And similarly, for the same thing, you need to have different colors. And that's how you do your first part, which is completing an Excel. Now, I'm not going to come here, sit here and finish the entire Excel, but you get the idea. So this is the outcome that you're expecting. Cool. Now, in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you how to copy these stuff and paste it in Google Ads and create a Google Ads campaign from scratch in the most correct way. Cool. Thanks, guys.